Okay, welcome. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques and collectibles for a living and hope to flip them for a profit. Today, I'm going to share with you some of my car boot sale or flea market finds. And I've had a cracking weekend, so I hope you stick around, see what I've bought. My name's Walter Neal and I run AntiquesArena. So, should we get started and see what you think? I've got a really interesting mix today, from precious metals all the way through to the weird and wonderful. Start off with this little bad boy. Beautiful little thing. It's obviously a model replica, just a display piece of a deep sea diver's helmet in copper and brass, but just a nice example. Just look nice on a shelf somewhere. Now, I actually paid £15, which is about $22, $22. But I would like to think I'm going to get 3 times my money. So I would like to think it's about £40–45 for a deep sea diver's helmet. So that's the first. I purchased this up in Madley. I done 3 car boot sales in one day. Car boot sale, we literally chuck our stuff in the car and go and sell it. A bit like a swap meet or flea market. Anyway, this was on the stall for 50p. And I purchased it, and it is by the magic name, KM Wedgwood, the KM being the important bit, which is Keith Murray. Very, very sought after designer. That 50p, which isn't a dollar, is going to turn into about £25 to £30 comfortably, no problem at all. So I was after a markup above profit margin for you, and no chips or cracks. And a signed piece of Keith Murray as well, so happy days. I've had another selection of paperweights. Now, it does not take people long to realize I'll pay for what I like. You saw me buy 8 paperweights off this lady 2 weeks ago. I bought Perthshire, Murano. I bought 8 paperweights for £48, which worked out about £6 a paperweight or $10 a paperweight. She doubled them this week. I would refuse to pay. I've ended up paying £10 a paperweight, which is about $14. But it goes to show, as soon as I go to a dealer, they start up in the price. Now, this is the first, and this is by Caithness Crystal or Caithness Glass up in Scotland there, and this is the little star. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's a faceted paperweight. Faceted on the sides. It is a signed example and numbered on the base. Hopefully you can see it there. Miniature star, sorry, not little star. Miniature star it's called. And there's a number there. But it's beautiful. It's like the birth of a star. And then you have a ring of millefiori going around it. So that's the first. Absolutely love it. I've had a few Caithness ones this week. This one is Sweetheart. Would have been perfect for a Valentine's gift for somebody. So you have this sort of swirling, almost galaxy type swirling, and in amongst it you have this beautiful red heart. So it's a really nice, elegant paperweight, again by Caithness. Again, all these cost me £10 or $14. Now, Caithness, as far as I'm concerned, are more like the entry level of paperweights as opposed to the real good collectible ones, but still beautiful paperweights. Then we have this one, which is Fleur, F-L-U-E-R, and you have this beautiful little flower in the center there with a millefiori cane again, on this almost yin and yang Chinese symbol with the 2 colors. That's what that reminded me of, with the 2 colors either side. Again, fully signed up on the base, Caithness Glass, with the name of the pattern, which is Fleur, F-L-E-U-R. And then we have this one, which is Wedgwood. Now, again, it cost me a tenner. And I don't know if I've done this in my bag carrying it or whether I missed it. There's a tiny little bruise, only tiny, but it will really affect the value. Such a beautiful little paperweight. Ground out and polished frontal mark and signed to the base, Wedgwood, England. I'm still going to list it, but this one's probably going to go out now, about £15, just to make a very small profit, and I'll be gone because of that little bruise. So I'm really disappointed with that. I may have missed it on the day because I was buying fast and furious. But odds are I probably done it in the bag. It's not the first item I've damaged over the years, but I hate it when I damage them, but still beautiful, beautiful thing. Moving on, I had this. Now, the gentleman in question who sold this had 2 baby rattles, the other being a sterling silver. This is EPNS. Now, I'm going to have to test this ring. If the ring is ivory, I'm going to have to snap that off, put that in the bin, and just sell the rattle. But a lovely little donkey rattle in silver plate, EPNS. Fully stamped up EPNS, actually. EPNS being electroplated nickel silver. There it is, just there, the EPNS. Charged me £2, and if I could sell it as it is, I'm hoping this might be a celluloid or something like that. If so, once I do a test, then it's like a £20 baby's rattle, £25 baby's rattle. In silver, that would have been good money, being that is a donkey. But I don't think it's going to be much different, to be honest, if I snap that off. But I will test it first. This I like this very much. So you have a rooster or a male chicken known as a cockerel. Hand painted. So all this is all hand painted, and it is Italian pottery. It's actually impressed on the base, a few numbers, and then Italy. Just here, I don't know whether you can actually see it. I can read it off the camera. But we have a really nice, large Italian pottery hand-painted jug. It cost me a whole £5, $7.5, and to be honest with you, I think that's worth about £45 again. No problems whatsoever, to be honest with you, in my opinion. I had a set of Waterford. Now this, I believe, is a discontinued pattern, because I've had this pattern before. Waterford crystal, facet stem, cut into the bowl. Irish, they are fully stamped up Waterford. And again, I had a set of 6 of these, or I still got a set of 6 of these. However, 2 of them have got a very small flea bite out at the top rim, which I'm not happy with. So I haven't decided yet whether to sell them as a 6 or split them into a 4 and put the other 2 back out on a car boot sale. They cost me £3, $5 for 6 Waterford crystal glasses, which, let's be honest, is a steal. They should be £10, £15, £20 a stem, especially for Waterford. So that is absolutely brilliant, to be honest with you. There's a story behind this piece. I was walking around at the beginning of the flea market buying before I set the stall out, and I saw a gentleman buy this, take it back to his stall, and when I asked the price, he was £35. Anyway, at the end of the day, he comes up to my stall. Are you interested in buying a pottery vase? I looked and I thought, well, I saw that one earlier. And to be honest with you, I was hammering on about earlier. It was just the colours put me off, and there was no bright colours, and it didn't have this fat lava really raised up or anything like that design. So I thought, and I left it. Anyway, he came to the stall. He said, you interested in a vase? I said, not really, mate. I said, the colours are just not there for me. It's a big piece. Anyway, he starts off at £25, £20, £15, £10, down to a £5. I said, well, I can't say no at a £5. So I just took it. It's Schierick, West German, fully stamped up. Schierick, whichever way. And it's the big one. It's the 45 is the 45 centimeter, 291-45. So 291 being the shape number, 45 being the size, so it's 45 centimeters. So it's a little under half a meter tall. West German pottery in good condition for a £5. And again, it's going to be about £45–50, which is what I saw it on the day when I asked the price. It's just, it was so big and they'd already given me such a high price. I thought, no, I don't really want it. And then he come back and pretty much give it to me. But I think he did say he paid a £5 for it in the morning, so he had his money back. He had a quick out on it. I know everybody says you can't clean copper and brass and things because it devalues it, but this piece needs to be cleaned. This I'm going to clean before I put it up for sale. We have a very large copper coal scuttle. Look at the state on it. It is bogging. However, it is solid copper with a brass handle. It's got some good age. And it's a good size, as you can see. And that was £3. It scraps it more than that. I could outbid as it is now, £15–20 to trade. But I'll probably put the effort in myself, clean it up, and chuck £45–50 on it, cleaned, shining, looking beautiful. So invest a bit of my time to make more money. That's what I'll probably do. But that's £3, not $5. And it's going to go out, you know. Let's say if I clean it up, £45–50. If I don't, £15–20. It'll all depend on how much time I have. Now, while I'm at the middle section of the film, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. And I always ask if you can share the videos. Helps the YouTube algorithm and promote my channel. Now, it's been a horn kind of day. And I've had quite a few horns, to be totally honest with you. Start off with this one, which is a copper and brass hunting horn. This one owes me a whole £2, so about $3. And it will play, but I can't do them. I just can't blow a horn for some reason. Good patina on it. It's got a little bit of age. But these sell. If you get anything with silver mounts, in silver, you can be £100, £200, £300. But these sort of copper and brass ones, anything up to sort of £45–50, they're worth more than the large ones. The large horns are worth a lot less than these small hunting horns. So they're a massive tip for you. I think the most I've had for a plain one of these, because it had a name on it, was like £95. But yeah, copper and brass hunting horns, the small ones. And to be honest with you, the small straight ones go better than the curly ones. Then I had a bugle in copper and brass, nothing special, but it's in good condition. It's a bugle. It's got all its ropes. It was a £5. I couldn't leave it there. More so because I bought the brother of it, which is this one, with the Royal Welsh Fusiliers cap badge, number 23 regiment, or 23rd foot. So yeah, regimental bugle, or with a cap badge anyway for the regiment on there, and that was £12. And I haven't looked yet, but I would comfortably think this is going to be somewhere, if I look online, between £30 and £50. Yeah. Just the cap badge itself is worth money without the fact it's on the bugle. So yeah, in good condition, nice brass seamed copper bugle with the Welsh Fusiliers badge. £12, $15. The final horn I had is actually made of horn. So I have a horn, hunting horn, made of horn. It's got the mouthpiece, everything in it is designed to work. You can blow this horn. I can't. You could. And you know what? It's a little rough but that's not damage. That's just the way the horn was. To be honest with you, it's in lovely condition. It's a good size, a good shape, and you know. This one cost me a £5, $7, $7.50. And again, I think that's like 40 quid, 35, 40 pounds, no problem at all. In fact, the one thing I do sell very well is horns, hunting horns and horns in general. I don't know why, but there's a massive following on them. So as you can see, 4 horns in one day, all cheap. Now, it wouldn't be an AntiquesArena program without something mining, would it? And I bought myself a little twist box, snuff box for a coal miner. Now, unfortunately, it's not engraved. The ones of these that pull the money will have a name and a date on them. More often than not, turn of the century, early 20th century date, 1900s, give or take, with a nice Welsh name, something like that, would really put some good value on this. Now, you open it up, you can see the age. This is not a reproduction. This is a good old miner's snuff box, but it is an unnamed one. Now, I paid £8 for it, but I still think that's worth £30, £25, £30. So the £8 about $12, $11, $12, and I think it's worth about £30, somewhere over there. Got a couple of nominal glass vases, purely because they were so cheap. But this one, which the colors are actually much better than they look on the video. They really are much more striking colors in real life. This yellow and the purple or blue is much bolder. It is a signed example, but it's also by the Fionican Glass Malta. But it is a signed example as well. There you go. Now that was a whole £2, and it's not going to be fortunes. It's going to be like £10 or £15. But it's a nice cheapie to go on the website, and it's an attractive piece, especially with the label on there. I also had a Caithness glass vase. Now, I've actually paid a £5 for this one. I don't normally pay good money for Caithness, but it's stunning. I don't know how the colour's coming across to you, but it has this most beautiful pink purple. Absolutely stunning. And then these swirls coming down just give it a real nice effect. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it's got this original sticker. It's just a real nice example. And to be honest with you, I love the colour. If you could see the colour in real life compared to what it probably is on the screen there, you'd see why I absolutely love it. So I paid a £5 for it. I think it's like £15 to £20. It's boxed. It's beautiful. It's good quality. It's no chips or cracks. It's just a nice thing. This one, I've actually put a post up on Talking Antiques to ask for some help. And as of yet, I've had nothing back. So Denver or one of my other followers who's got up on glass, I would really appreciate a bit of help here. Now I have the most beautiful luster. You can see all that rainbow effect all over it, but it's got this sort of feathering to it. Can you see the feathering? Now, when I've had this under an eyeglass, this has got tons of wear. Now, originally, I thought somebody's been using it as a pestle and mortar, even though why would you use an iridescent art glass vase as a pestle and mortar? I don't believe they would have done that originally as a pestle and mortar. So I do believe it's an art glass bowl, but it's got loads and loads of wear. It's got wear on the rim. It's got wear inside. That's the base. Now, I've actually paid for this. I've paid £25 unsigned, which is about $32, something like that. Let's say about $35. But it is beautiful. It's got a bit by here where the luster's worn off or not taken tidy, right by there. Now, I was thinking maybe Czech Bohemian. But yeah, I'm waiting. I'm on the fence with this one. I have no idea. It could be worth what I've paid for it. It could be worth 4 times, 5 times what I've paid for it. I don't know. but I know a quality piece of glass when I see one, so I bought it. I bought that off a couple of friends who are dealers. They were selling at the side of me, and I thought, well, okay, I'll have a go. I offered to try him for help to find out what it was, and they said, no, just buy it, and we're happy. We make our small profit, and it's up to you. Good luck. So I don't mind that. I must admit, I do take quite a few gambles, most of which work. This, I'm not 100% on the bird. I was thinking pheasant, pigeon. I just going round and round and round on the bird, not 100%. That's what it cost me. Now, I believe this has been polished. I think this was bronze, especially from the weight of it. I don't think it was brass. Seriously heavy. I think it was a bronze that's been polished up to look like brass. Why you'd want to polish bronze to shine, I don't know. But yeah, £3 for a heavy bird. If it's a pigeon or pheasant or something along those lines, it's going to have a good following. So I'm really pleased with that for £3. Even if it was a brass one, a heavy cast brass one, it's worth more than £3. I have had some jewellery. Bear with me a second. It's Sandra's birthday today. So, and she's texting. I normally have a chat. So I'll just tell her I'm making a video. So she stops texting. So me and the baby and Jamie went up to see her today and give her a card and presents and wished her happy birthday. Shall we start the jewellery section of today's video? I think I've done the ceramics and glass. And I've got some jewellery to show you. Nothing spectacular, but a couple of nice pieces. Now, I bought a job lot of silver, sterling silver first. Now, this is part of the parcel, but I can't find a hallmark on it yet. But look at that for Art Nouveau. Absolutely beautiful or what? Now, I'm going to have to put some acid on it and test it because it's unmarked. But you look at that. That looks right. She's in with the £15 parcel. Now, if she's right, she's like £45, £50 on her own. Then, in the same parcel, I have another unmarked piece, which I'm devastated over, because this would have been big money. This beautiful blue enamel butterfly pin. So again, I'm going to have to acid test it. But the enamel and silver butterflies sell for crazy money. So that's where we're at with that. Then I have had quite a bit of marked silver, which is all just tangled up. Lovely. Do you know, nothing goes right when you're filming, does it? So that is a little bit of turquoise mounted in silver with a silver chain. Thought you heard the baby. Then we have this, which is really unusual. I think that's jade. And at the sides here we have dragons. Are they dragons? Yes. So you have dragons coming up the sides. It's a box. Didn't know it was a locket type ring. I was looking for the hallmark, couldn't find a hallmark on there. Now it looks silver. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever had one of these before. A little ring that opens up like that. Such a pretty thing. I will acid test it. I'm confident it's silver. I'm at pretty much 100% on it silver. But these, I think the dragon's on the side, but I'm not 100%. Beautiful ring. Again, all this come in for the same parcel at £15. Then I had a couple of charms. A little tortoise, which unfortunately for anybody watching, this one's already going to be gone. That's going to Jane for Christmas because she loves tortoises. He had a beautiful little seahorse charm. I had the Chinaman. What's this one? A little swan charm. Bear with. So we had a little swan charm. As you've got to admit, it's not a bad little package for £15, is it? Then there's a little 9-carat gold on silver child's ring. This, I think, is a bit of amethyst, silver chain, and then a bit of amethyst. I think it's amethyst. It looks purple. It's stinking dirty, but yeah, I think it's amethyst. I'd have to put on my machine to be 100%. So there's that. Then I had this silver and amber pendant. What are you? I'm not even going to try and guess the stone. There's another silver pendant there with a little bit of stone in there. I don't know what that is. This is lush. Absolutely lush. Ready for this? A crocodile. So we have a little crocodile charm. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen one. And it's articulated, it moves. Is that not just not cute or what? So, a little crocodile charm. Well, I presume it's crocodile anyway. Then I had this little silver ring. Now, all this is all come in one parcel. A lady turned up with like 10 jewellery boxes up in Madley. And it was costume jewellery and everything. And she was saying £1 for that, £1 for that. I just picking up all the pieces I wanted. I went like that, how much? She said, make me an offer. I said, well, you're charging everyone £1 a piece. That was 10 quid. And she said, no, I want more than that. And I said, well, what do you want? She said 15. So I give her the £15. And I also had this silver with like little heart charms with different colour stones. That was the extent of my silver off her for the £15 or $22. You've got to admit that was a cracking little buy. Some of these pendants I'm going to put a thin chain on and then they'll be sold on. A couple of the charms, probably list them as a group of charms, to be honest with you. That's my money maker, without a doubt, out of that little job lot. I also had 2 Murano glass bead necklaces. Nice colours. Typical Murano glass bead necklaces. They were £2, so about $3. And then I bought a couple of pair of gold earrings. There's these. That one down. Give you a good look at it. So there's quite a bit of gold on that. It's going to be set with a cubic zirconia. I haven't tested it. I don't need to at that size on 9-carat. Nice cubic zirconia, mind. Anyway, 9-carat gold, quite a lot of gold, covered all the way around the backs. And that was a £5 for the pair. And they are 1.2 grams or 1.3 grams, sorry. And then I had these, which are set with like a half a pearl on 9-carat gold. And again, these are like 1.3, but bear in mind, you've got the weight of the pearls, which won't be tons, but you've got the weight of the pearls and the weight of the cubic zirconia. So I had 2.5 grams for a £5 a pair. So £10 for 2.5 grams with stones, but I intend to sell them. So it's not about the scrap value. And I do like them. So they'll be up for sale this week. Let me see. Is there anything else? Yes. This was another £2 buy. Brand new, still sealed, sterling silver, 18th birthday necklace and pendant. It's never out the packet. Sterling silver, 18th. Yeah. My boy haven't long turned 18, so we don't need one. But yeah, 18 necklace in solid silver for £2. And again, it's not fortune. It's probably going to go out for like £10, £15, but it's profit. I just want to have a little nose around now, see if I've actually forgotten anything that's to go in the film, because I'm absolutely terrible for missing stuff. I think that is it. I think you'll admit that's a cracking little haul for one morning's work or one day's work. If I can get a bit of help on that, I'll be super, super grateful. Other than that, I pretty much know what everything else is. So I don't know what you think. Have you enjoyed? If you have, smash that like button, please. What can I say? Thank you very much for watching, supporting my channel. As always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.